Hi, I'm Helen Reich from the Milwaukee Symphony Orchestra violist section. Today we're talking about what's a Baroque bow. But first, let's hear a little bit of Baroque music. So the Baroque is a very long artistic period. Most Baroque music was composed roughly between 1600 and 1767, which is when Telemann died, and he was the most prolific of all the Baroque composers. So a Baroque bow looks like this, and a modern bow looks like this. And to me, the biggest differences are in the size and shape of the tips. So the modern bow, which is the top one, has a more vertical tip. The Baroque bow, this is the earlier bottom one, has a flat tip. The curvature is also different. So the camber or curvature of the Baroque bow goes like this in a kind of an arch, which is maybe why it's called arco in Italian. And the curvature in the modern bow is the exact opposite. It has a scoop. Now, that actually adds to the strength of this tip. This whole modern bow was designed so that we could have sustained loud sounds throughout the entirety of the stick. The tip is always going to be weaker than the frog, but it's equalized. So this bow is made for equal sounds, even sounds. This bow produces uneven sounds and unequal sounds. So what can we do with this very weak upper half of the bow? Well, we can play sounds that are soft and sounds that we want to decay. So let's listen to a little bit of that. So what about the rest of the bow? So the stick of the Baroque bow is usually made from snake wood, and this one has a snake wood frog, and this part of the bow is called the screw, and this one's made from fossilized mammoth ivory. As for the modern bow, most of them are made from Pernambuco wood, but this is a newfangled one which is made from a carbon fiber material. The frog is made from ebony. The silver fittings are sometimes gold. Some frogs are tortoiseshell or ivory. Now, you might be used to seeing modern instrumentalists hold their bow here, down here at the frog. Many Baroque string players like to hold it a little bit higher. So the reason why is that it's balanced a little bit better. So there's a sort of rule of thumb that you can follow where you find the balance point, and midway between the balance point and the end of the stick is where you hold it. So this actually works really well for chord playing. So I played, you may have heard in the first excerpt that I played, a lot of chords, and they were rolled. They don't have this ka-chunk kind of sounds that we're used to hearing in modern music or romantic music, but more of a rolled sound. And this bow is perfectly balanced for doing that sort of thing. else can we do with the lower half of our bow? Well, same thing as with a modern bow. We can play loud sounds or short sounds. And with a modern bow, you might be tempted to do that sort of thing up here because you can, but with a Baroque bow, that wouldn't work. So let's listen to a little bit of that. So thanks very much for coming to my Baroque Bow Explainer video, and I hope you get a chance to hear some more Baroque music soon.